Welcome back to the Takeout. The reflecting pool at the foot of the Lincoln Memorial drained this week, so crews could work on sections of it that are not working out well. This installed lining that's blue is turned gray. The pool's floor began peeling shortly after the Trump administration scrambled to renovate the reflecting pool to have it ready for the 250th anniversary celebration on 4th of July. That was done at a cost of $16 million, much more than the original expectations and projections. In a Truth Social post today, President Trump said it was badly damaged by deranged vandals. And they're now looking for more to install, vandal-proof material. That's another quote. Interestingly, a Washington Post analysis published this week, forensic and otherwise, found what experts say is the actual cause of the damage. Has nothing to do, those experts said, with vandalism. Joining me now, one of the reporters behind this analysis, visual forensics reporter at the Washington Post, Jarrett Ley. Jarrett, I'm glad to have you on the program. What did you find and what did experts tell you about the likely culprit here?
Hi, Major. Thank you for having me. My colleagues and I found that all 7 locations where the coating is failing align with seams that were forged during the application process when one rectangular patch of coating was put down next to another. We brought this to 4 experts in underwater proofing who said that while no precise diagnosis can be made without lab testing and on-site visits, that this is highly indicative of an application failure as the seams are ripe for failure.
And as I read your piece and others in this space, Jarrett, seams are oftentimes the most vulnerable part of any kind of work like this. Everyone who works in this space knows that. You have to do extra things and be right on pace with timing of one thing or another or preparation. Any house painter even knows that.
Yes, the many experts in underwater coating who generously spoke with us for this piece make clear that when you're dealing with a project that is this big, I mean, this is a fountain that is upwards of 300,000 square feet, you have to be very deliberate about the way that you time the application of your coating in segments so that your seams can be managed. Now, experts gave us different points of possibility for how those seams might be managed appropriately given the technical specifications of the materials and the project at hand, but all of them were consistent in telling us that these are indeed highly vulnerable spots in the application process.
And you took lots of pictures and you had some time sequencing of that. What about these gashes, this 350-foot gash the president keeps talking about, alleging that that is straight up proof of vandalism?
We've been unable to identify that, and when we sent when we asked for comment from the White House and the Department of Interior, they did not provide us with additional evidence of the charges of vandalism that they are blaming this incident and incidences on.
The experts you talked to, Jarrett, is this a fixable situation?
Yes, this is something that, there are a lot of smart people out there who are going to be able to recoat this. It will be cumbersome and precise, but it's fixable, yes.
And in reading your piece, Jarrett, one company, I believe in New Jersey, that was involved in previous work here passed on doing the work, even though it had a lot of experience with this exact place, because the time horizon was too rushed from their perspective, if I had that correctly.
That is correct. That is what we reported.
And that is, from your reporting, sort of indicative about maybe one of the origin story problems here, that there was a rush to get this work done, and maybe in the rush, even well-intentioned people didn't get it quite done as well as they could have.
Our reporting doesn't necessarily implicate that these potential application failures were due to a rush. But what it does make clear is that the visual evidence points to the likelihood that the reason we're seeing this dark American blue peel up from the bottom of the reflecting pool probably has to do with the construction process and the highly technical and series of details that need to be managed while applying the multiple layers that went down in this project.
Jarrett Ley of the Washington Post, I appreciate the time very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Major.